Okay, okay. So here we go, guys. This is my attempt to make a video on how to support. I'm gonna preface the video saying I'm by no means the best support in the world, but I've got a pretty good grasp on it, and I'm sick of seeing people who don't even know how to buy awards. So hopefully this will help figure out when it's okay to buy awards, where to place them, etc. Joining me on Ventrilo here are my good friend Fiora, aka Moke. Stupid name.
Oh, 5 Moke, dude.
AKA Bad Fat Panda, because that's you're
Ah,
gonna hear me say Panda a lot. That's who I'm referring to. And Pulsar Ezreal is my buddy Tikaloon, AKA Thomas.
Hello.
So I'm gonna say before I start this video too, I am not actually, I don't have any points in the support tree. I typically do that more heavily, especially for the gold generation when I'm playing a character like say Sona or Soraka. But I like going to the defensive tree as Taric. This is of course personal preference, and this doesn't really affect the gameplay. But it's nice having the extra health regen, plus my runes, plus everything else. It just makes you be able to take a few more hits and not have to waste mana on heals. Because Taric's heal, for this game in specific, is just, it's a terrible spell. Soraka's your more heal bot if you guys are planning to play that sort of support role. Definitely pick Soraka or Sona or someone, because Taric's heals are not very good. They're on far too long of a cooldown, and his mana pool sucks.
Are we leveling up Shatter first?
Yeah, I'll explain that in a moment here for those who don't know what he just asked me, but I like to take a pretty typical starter as far as your items
ringers
and
in
your
the jungle.
opening kit goes. Oh, my frame rate's a bit shit, but whatever. Not the biggest deal. Okay, so first off, when you're playing someone like Taric, he's more of an offensive support, despite the fact that he has a heal. And a lot of people don't seem to understand this, and I see a lot of people play Taric when I'm playing the AD carry, and I don't want a heal bot. Taric's got two really cool skills on him. Number one is Shatter. I'll let you read the tooltip here, but for the most part, this gives you an armor aura for you and your allies, which is awesome. It really reduces damage. It doesn't seem like that much, but when you're taking, 50 hits over the course of 7 minutes, it's going to really help reduce the amount of damage you take. The other part of it though is once you activate Shatter, it does damage, which is cool, whatever, but it reduces the armor of your opponent, and that's key because it's going to make your AD carry do way more damage than the potential of the other AD carry. But I like to start with stun. You should always start with stun. There's really no reason to ever not start with stun. Stun's just such a cool utility mechanic, and it's ranged, so it's even better. And I don't know what's going on in chat with Mega Blocks and Legos. I wasn't paying attention to that at all. So I do want to stress that this is not a how to play Taric video. I will try to explain my choices as this game progresses, but this is more about how to better play your support role. So the first big thing is always help your jungler if you're on that side. So obviously it'd be blue if you're on top, but red for us on bottom. I mean, if you miss a couple CS as a support, it's not the biggest deal in the world. And helping your jungler get a little bit ahead will help him come gank for you and makes bottom lane all that much easier. Now the big thing here for the lane that everyone has to be aware of, and like not enough people really appreciate this, is you want bush control. You can do this either by placing a ward in your opponent's bush, or just sitting there yourself. On a hero like Taric, you're a bit beefier, so you can kind of afford to just be up in their face. And oh, looks like Lee Sin go for an early gank.
Zin's mid, such a throwback.
Just open up with a nice little stun, follow up with exhaust. Did a nice amount of damage, but no first blood. Oh, oh Panda, what are you doing?
Dude, I got level 2 red ganked.
That sucks.
I don't know this game. Aside from Flash.
Now, big thing about support. Sorry, I'm talking over you. You died. You suck. End of story. Big thing about support here, guys, is you're not taking CS. I mean, it's really boring, and it can get frustrating, but if your partner is any good at getting those last hits off, you want them to do it. I'm gonna stun Tristan in a sec, Thomas.
Sapphire for divinity.
No, she's too far back. Yeah, there we go. Shatter. Oh, they pop Summoner Heal. Nice. And ooh, don't die, I don't have heal for you. Shit. Good stunner. Get her? Nice. So I do take heal on Taric, by the way. I want to throw that out there, but it's not a skill to prioritize maxing. It doesn't do a lot. The cooldown's very long, despite the cool mechanics of hitting creeps. But because you're not last hitting and you don't want to push the lane, you're often not going to be hitting creeps at all. Now there's some very cliche and typical ward placements, and unless you're a player who knows how to make good use of wards, I wouldn't suggest worrying about them too much. But as you get better at the game, so will the people you're playing with, and they will be able to react to where you place your wards. So my partner's gone back. I don't need to yet, so I'm going to chill back here to be safe, and I'll just put on some ward locations. So this tri-bush here, no matter whether you're top or bottom, it doesn't matter. This is a very deadly location because the enemy jungler can come in through this path in the jungle and come in from behind, and the last thing you want to do is have your escape route cut because you've been hit from behind. So the main river is the most common place anyone's going to come gank you from, be it from mid or their jungler, but you also have to be very aware that this tri-bush is deadly.
Opal for harmony.
Ward locations also change depending whether you're on the top of the map or the bottom of the map, but for the most part, they'll be very similar. And I'll get into detail with that more as I start warding later.
Emerald for insight.
What? She was stunned! How'd she do that jump? So bullshit.
Incoming Rengar.
Yeah, back up. See, that's the great thing about that ward being there. We got to see Rengar was on his way down here.
Clarity.
And, I mean, that's 300 gold for them. If they had gotten in, they had ganked us, and we hadn't known to back off. He'll sit down here for a little bit, but then he'll eventually realize he's wasting a lot of time, XP, and gold, and be forced to leave. Yeah, there he is, heading his way to mid. So even at the tower here, you can hit once or twice, maybe help your carry get those last hits in, but for the most part, again, you're really not trying to get those creep kills. You'll be making gold per 10 items, and that's where most of your income will come from. You don't want to be taking gold away from your carry.
Wow, Show really counters Fiora. Like I get sound so I can't Q again.
He's pretty tanky.
W does shit.
Emerald for
Yeah,
insight.
Cho's a very annoying hero. Crap, sorry, accident. Just finished talking about not killing creeps and I do that. So just to talk here about when a good time to ward this enemy bush is if you're scared to leave. Now, because I know Rengar's over here right now, their mid is there, I don't have to worry about coming to this bush. I do it, worst case scenario is I maybe get luck snared. They're not going to have a lot of follow-up for it.
Clarity.
But controlling this bush is controlling vision, and the more map control you have, the more power you have. And nice job, by the way, killing him.
An ally has been slain. Double kill.
Brilliant.
Double kill. We got a pro over here. Dude, how does she keep doing this? She's jumping after she gets stunned. This is fakakta.
I don't know.
Ruby for vigor.
Okay, so a lot of people, by the way, like to ward this bush. It's not a bad bush to ward by any means, and I would never say don't do it. But all that does is give you a little extra vision at the bush, but it's less time for you to run away. And I can't get that stun. Oh, I'm gonna have to get that stun. So yeah, if you ward here, you'll notice this is where your line of sight will get cut off at. But if you ward over here,
For vigor.
that's not quite dragon, this is more for if you're on the top lane. I just want to put it there for the point of this video where it's like, you get so much more vision and so much more time to run away and not get caught off guard by an enemy ganker,
With
be it
clarity.
jungle or mid. You gonna stun her? Nope, she'll jump away. Freaking Tristana.
Sapphire.
Ah, I exhausted her. Oh, nice. You got the ignite off?
Yup.
Beautiful. Looks like Lux pink
Oh, if
warded
Lee
my
Sin
word.
jumped on her, we would have killed her.
An ally has been slain.
Opal for harmony.
Yeah, that's harsh on top. All you can really do is farm versus him, man. I mean, he's gonna be hard to kill. He's got so many counters, he knocks you off, he does the silence.
Emerald
Yep.
for insight.
And can't flash away. And top's gone because our jungler is bad.
Look at this Mr. Negative Nancy. You're what's wrong with the League community. I'm trying to make a positive how to support video, and we got this guy.
With clarity.
And, oh, last hitting, not meaning to again. Not the biggest deal, of course, if you do last hit, but you just want to try and minimize how much you do it. Now here's the thing, a lot of supports kind of don't know when a good time is. I've got more than enough gold to go back and get a Philosopher's Stone.
Ruby
That starts your income, that starts your gold per 10, and that's when you get more wards. Oh. She's such a cheater. Oh, back up, back up, back up. Dude,
Oh shit.
I didn't have a ward down. We're gonna die because of that. Solely and entirely because of that. And that's frustrating to know. But had I had a ward down here, or even here, we probably could have seen that coming. Now there's some... Oop, let me just chop here real quick. Get these pots, so I'll turn them into a ward. Okay, so the number one reason I didn't have a ward here was I had just warded and Lux pinked it. Now, I can say right now that was a bad choice for me to not try and get another ward up somewhere else. And a lot of the times it's going to be very frustrating if the enemy jungler has an oracles or if your opponent puts pink wards down and they keep killing your wards. You're going to think, why should I keep warding? Well, that's time that they're taking out of what they're doing, be it farming or ganking, to come down and kill the ward and then back off. Or maybe they'll keep coming. But either way, you need that vision, you need that knowledge that they were there in the area in the first place. So simply by not warding, we gave up 2 kills and lost the tower. And that's how powerful a ward can be. Now, one thing a lot of supports do, I find, is they try to rush 3 gold per 10 items. Sometimes even sacrificing boots to do so. This isn't always a poor choice to do, but it's not the best. Because the gold it would take to get a heart of gold, I believe, is 825 gold or something to that extent. Let's check. Yeah, 825 gold.
That's right.
So, I mean, that's about 9 wards-ish. I'm not even doing the math, because I'm awesome. But that's 9 wards. Each ward, of course, lasting 3 minutes. I mean, it's good to get that gold per 10 item as quick as you can if you've got lots of kills going on in your lane or this or that, but I mean 9 wards is way more effective than having a second gold per 10 item. I guess, yeah, we should probably hit mid.
brilliantly.
Nope. A big thing too, guys, is you really want to stick with your carry. This isn't because, like, you're weak or, like, you're worried about going off alone, but you need to support him. That's what your role in this game is. If he gets ganked because you've gone mid, that is entirely your fault. Be it because there's no wards, because you weren't there to get a stun off for him, give him heals, whatever.
Ruby for vigor.
Nope, 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 nope. So I'm going to show you guys a kind of, it's really far off, so it's a bit frustrating. I'm just warding Thomas, by the way. But this is another really good ward location if there's a pink on the dragon or if there's a pink where you've been warding. And I'll explain this in a moment as they try and maybe get a gank here mid. Go for Trist. Yeah, go Lee Sin.
Top of my.
Dragon's gone, unfortunately.
With clarity.
So I'll explain the ward positioning here in a sec, but I want to point out that you'll get so much more gold from assists from being a good support than you will from any amount of gold per 10 items you generate. And having stuff like wards, being in position to do ganks, I mean,
For insight.
it's nice. And that with that 88 gold I just got an assist from Lux, I can get a ward, and I've got enough to start my Heart of Gold. Get the, or not Heart of Gold, get the health gem portion of it. What's it called? Ruby Crystal.
Sapphire for divinity.
Desire's in trouble, moving out to help her. Well, are we going to go in? Are we going to go also? No, I'm going to go back down here. So here's the thing about the wards, guys. So we know that this area was pinked, and it's not safe to put wards here. What you can do as an alternative to this, and this does leave this part risky and open, but if you've got a ward in the tri-bush, and you're pushed back beyond your first tower, you've got this vision here, to the mouth of the river, basically. Oh, I should probably pay attention to that. But also by warding up here, you know that this part of the river is not going to cause you any trouble. This is the most effective way to ward if you're on top lane coming down, because our jungle has no way to get to the lane without them seeing us if they warded like I did. Ah, almost got her. Oh, you did get her! Was that Ignite? I love that.
Yeah. Ignite's pretty good.
Clarity.
But anyways, just finish up that last thought here, guys. The double bonus of this ward being here is not only does it protect bottom. You mad, bro? Sorry, I'm sorry.
Ruby
Lee Sin.
Okay, well, finishing my thought, not only does it help protect bottom, but it also helps protect mid.
He has a frozen heart already, and dodge boots, like...
Who does? Ocho? Yeah, he's just
Rengar's
going.
coming down.
He's just going completely anti you, dude.
Yeah.
Sin's coming too. Oh, we really gotta book it. But see, this is the wards, guys. Again, like we wouldn't have had this knowledge otherwise. Keep running. I'm just. If I die, I die. As long as you don't. It looks like we're both gonna make it alive. Very nice. No mana to stun. So my wards run out. This is a critical time to go back. Our team's here, so I'm not going to go back just yet because we know that if we do get caught off in a fight, we'll be ready to fight because we've got the support of everybody here. But I'm going to head back. I mean, whether you want XP, whether you want gold, it's really irrelevant when there are no wards on the map. Your job is to have wards on the map. You're providing your team with map control. That is your main duty as a support. Oh no, Zyra! So I was just waiting for an extra ward there. Oh wow, how much health is that? Did he get away with? I can't click him. 40 health, wow. Okay, so now that we're transitioning more to the mid game, guys, it's about 15 minutes in. You're gonna notice that we're not gonna be humping our lane so much. We're gonna be forced to go mid, do team fights, whatever. And all of a sudden warding becomes a map-wide thing, not just the bottom half. Ugh, I'm getting picked apart here.
Sapphire for divinity.
So the next ward locations you really want to do for the middle and the top of the map are the mouth of their jungle or the mouth of your jungle. I'm going to be a little risky here and I'm going to try and put a ward up in their jungle because then we can see when they're leaving to be offensive. We can also see when they're farming, which provides our mid and our jungle the means to gank them. Another key location is of course Baron and Dragon, but since Dragon's down I'm not really worried about it right now. And 15 minutes in, it's just a little too early to worry about Baron. On my way back bottom to Thomas.
Opal for harmony.
How's their Xin doing in mid? Doing 3 is not too bad. Nope, nope, don't fight this.
Brilliantly.
Okay, now here's the key decision you guys have to make. I've told you have to stick to your carry, and that's true. But when there's 3 mid, and you're there with Zyra, you really should hang around until you know it's safe. I don't have any wards up here, so we don't even know whether it's safe for me to leave. Actually, I'm just gonna ward this bush. And if we can catch Triss... Nope.
Brilliantly.
Your job as support, by the way, is not to be the initiator. Tarek's got a cool stun. Sona's got a great ult.
Unless you're Cow.
Yeah, Alice is the only real exception to this. But there's far and few times where you want to be the one initiating fight. Because you're going to get teared apart real quick, and then how are you going to support your team after that? Now, because we know they're encroaching and it's a little dangerous, you don't really want to hang around there too long.
Clarity.
And they do have a ward here, so we can't even sneak around. And it looks like we're just going to be forced to do a team fight or gank top at this point. I can't leave this tower alone, so I'm here for a sec. An accidental kill steal, but worth it to keep Zyra alive. Oh, I just healed a creep because I'm awful. But she got the kill in the end there, cool. So all in all, not too bad for us. Pushing this tower here. I really have to get more wards on the map for our team. Mid is very secure right now, but that's just because that's where all the action's happening. But top, bottom, they're all very susceptible if anywhere to go down and farm. And I know it's going to sound like I'm harping on wards a lot, but that's because that's how important they are. I think they just killed Dragon, but I'm going to go ward this anyways because we need river control. But it's good to keep an eye on stuff like this. Now if they hadn't killed Dragon, we'd be able to snipe it, maybe with a smite or Ezreal ult. Just by having that ward there, let's just see when and how low it is, etc.
With clarity.
Again, a lot of the priorities in this game are just making sure you got wards down. If you got gold to go buy another gold per 10 item, that's cool, which is exactly what I'm going to do right now. But this should no way be a priority. And it's not even oftentimes you'll want to have 3 because you really want to push something like a Shurelius or an Aegis. But the way this game's going, there's not really a desperate need for me to get either of those items, although they are my end goal. As far as support items go, you'll see a lot of recommended things here, but they're not always the best. I'll tell you right now, Shurelia's Reverie, Aegis of the Legion, Locket of the Iron Solari even, or Zeke's, those are like your primary support things, although Zeke's not so much. That's really if you've got like 4 or 5 AD on your team for some crazy reason. I'm gonna go ward again here.
Ruby for vigor. Opal for harmony.
Oh, didn't actually think that would connect.
Emerald for insight.
Show's coming for those of you blind.
We can take him. Oh, dude, he's Battlecast Cho'Gath. No wonder you're losing. Guy's OP.
With clarity.
I mean, I've been winning in CS, but he just kind of shits on me. Which is rather unfortunate.
It's fine. CS can win a game over hero kills.
For vigor.
Oh, Rengar. So just while we got nothing going on here, look at the tab menu, guys. You'll see that Ezreal and I have a pretty nice bot lane going. 4-1, 1-8. That's the only reason I can afford to go for 3 greedy gold per 10 items. Typically, you'll have 1 and 2 at most. We're just having a good bottom game, which is the only reason I was able to afford and go greedy for 3. But I really want to stress that there's no reason to go 3, other than if you've got a very early lead. It's kind of the same mentality as like a Medjai's. Get this guy out of position. Oh, Rengar. Now that's something you want to try and avoid to do. I just kill stealed an assassin, which is something you really don't want to do.
You'll get bitched at if you do it.
Yeah, well, more so than that, you don't need the gold as a support. You're not the one dishing out tons of damage. But I mean, it happens, and if it happens, get over it. But try your best to avoid kill stealing from your teammates as support. Oh, goodbye, Lux. That ward just paid for itself, no question about it. If she comes up, I'm gonna flash stun her.
Sapphire.
You ready?
For divinity.
Fucking listen.
Yep.
Nice. Peace.
Ruby for vigor.
Alright, I gotta go back. Get more wards, get some items, etc. So people argue about whether Shrelia is good, whether Aegis is good to get first. I personally am much in favor of Shrelia's. The only reason for this is because the movement speed is absolutely key. But oh shoot, I'm still not on tier 2 boots because I'm awful. I'll sort that after. But typically you guys want to get your tier 2 boots, it gives you speed. Having the CC reduction is really nice too, especially if you're fighting another support who has a stun or some sort of slow.
Opal for harmony.
Man, there's been a lot of action mid this game. Yeah, Shurelia's can help you get engages better for your team, it can help your team escape. Overall, I think it's better than Aegis, but they're both items you want to have. Now, sometimes some jungles actually will go Aegis, which is really nice for you because that gives you the option to get something else. Again, these are rank 1 Terra heals, they're not very strong. But they are still heals, so don't be afraid to use them. Just don't, you really don't ever want to empty your mana pool on them. Try another word down here.
I thought there were only 4 mid. Are there 5?
There's 5.
Ruby for vigor.
If you can take that top tower without getting killed, I'd say do it, because they won't break this tower.
That's what I've been trying to do.
Be careful though, they
It's
are
already
all
low
missing,
enough.
they're all missing, and you got no wards up there.
Yeah, I have 2 wards. to be put down, but
Emerald for insight.
Probably do dragon.
tower's so low.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
go push
top.
mid.
Thomas,
Big
Thomas,
top.
Thomas, please come do dragon with me. They're top. Rest in peace, Fiora.
I'm just trolling them. It's kind of funny. Oh,
Almost got Lux. That was close.
yeah, little bit.
Tristana might try and steal this. Stick on the dragon, just finish it. Till she comes up with free kill.
With clarity.
Tower's so low. Ah, frick. Franco's here too.
It's never fun to have to ward your own jungle, but when you're not sure where they are and if they're roaming a lot around top lane for us right
No,
now.
I got it. Spend wards elsewhere.
No,
I haven't gotten to place mine yet.
Bro, I'm support.
I've already bought wards though. Bought.
That was
English.
bad. I thought we could have done that.
That was pretty.
That's my fault for it.
That was pretty bad. I'm coming though.
Oh man, Zyra against the wall, getting silenced by Cho
deal.
through it. Very nice. Well, for him, not for us. That sucked for us. QQ. Yeah, despite everything I've talked about, it does get easy to get cocky when you're playing the game well, guys, and you don't want to get stuck with stuff like that. And that is one of those specific reasons you don't choose to engage as support.
With clarity.
And the reason, just getting back to Taric here, because I said I know I'm not doing a how to Taric video, but I like ranking his stun up next because it really significantly reduces the cooldown. And getting 3 stuns off in a team fight versus 2 can really make all the difference.
10-second on ult and exhaust.
And your first stun should always be on one of their carries. Not only does it stop their damage, but the chance to kill them is that much larger. Nice little Pokemon off. I'm going to try and sneak around, put a ward up real quick.
Emerald for insight.
Yeah, back up, we don't have enough here. Zyra's really low.
Opal for harmony.
Now, Oracles is something you guys should always consider if the enemy team is doing a lot of warding, but they really have not been, or at least not very proactive about it. They have been warding, but not as adamantly as perhaps they should have been.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna win this.
I hope you do. Nice. But here's the great thing about playing support, guys. I mean, a lot of people.
Their Zen is bad. Look at that.
Their Zen was mid. This is a weird game
Look
to
at
begin
his
with.
build. Look at his build, dude.
behind
Look
you.
at his build.
Hang on, hang on.
Tristan's behind you.
I'm too busy looking at his build.
What is he doing?
Oh, come on.
That's actually not a
Forget
bad
you.
build if he gets a Warmongs or Frozen Knowledge
Yeah.
to go with it, but it's just he's doing it in a weird order.
Yeah, he's doing it in the wrong order.
But anyways, back to support
This
stuff.
looks so funny.
I personally feel a lot of people pick support because they're not confident enough to AD carry, but it's like support isn't the bitch role you pick because you don't know how to play or you're scared how to play well. You have to play support well to support your team. You can lose a game as a support very easily.
With clarity.
And I'm actually going to get my Shrelias now, so we have that. Very nice. It's cool too because of how long I've had the Philosopher's Stone. I believe the math on it is somewhere around 15 minutes, guys. It's how long you have to have a gold per 10 item for before you can sell it or use it in an item, become cost efficient. So we saw that I had 500 gold amassed on it. That's more than half the cost, so you can feel better knowing that you bought the Shrelias at a severe discount.
Emerald for insight.
But getting back to the point of our oracles, oh shoot.
Yeah, I'm coming. Ooh, you just got smoked.
And exhaust 2. Finish him.
Hold
Panda.
up in 2 seconds. Hold up in 2 seconds.
Nice. Very nice. The really good thing too about playing heroes like Taric and Sona guys, as well, is you don't have to really worry about getting assists. The auras will do that for you. So it's really nice when you need to get that extra gold regeneration going.
With clarity.
Okay, now this Xin should probably die. Lee, just live. Wow, he's staying up here. This Xin is dead.
Opal for harmony.
Yeah. Desperate attempt going for Lee Sin, not realizing he doesn't have the mana for it.
Sapphire for divinity.
There's like nothing I can do against this show.
Yeah, I'm just gonna reiterate
Not
again. I think I've talked about most of the important stuff I feel needs to be broadcast about supporting. I mean, wards, not stealing, creep kills. I mean, you're here to help, and helping doesn't mean being useless. As you've seen, like a lot of the stuff we've done, Kaluna and I mean, first off, ignoring the player. Ooh,
With clarity.
sorry, I thought you could catch Tristana. Ignoring the players playing, there's a lot of supports that pair well with heroes better than others. Like, for example, Taric and Ezreal will pair together well, Taraka and Ezreal will pair together well, Taric and Graves, probably one of the best combos in my opinion. So it's all about finding out who works well. If you're only good at playing one hero, that's fine. I mean, you can play Taric with any support on bottom. It's just some are much more effective because their skills complement each other. Like being able to stun somebody so that Ezreal can get his skill shots off and stuff really helps the damage output. Soraka, of course, very nice because she can keep people alive forever. Jaina probably has like some of the most CC next to Alistar in the game. So it's all about finding what support you like, what style you like playing, and utilizing it the best you can. Should be able to catch this guy. And I should be able to stun him again. Nope. Dead, so it didn't matter.
Emerald for insight.
I'm here to help. So I'm going to focus a lot less on trying to point things out for the rest of the game. We're just going to play this game out. But I feel the first 30 minutes, if you guys have watched it this long, I hope you have a much better idea how to support. And sorry Thomas and Panda for talking so much, but thanks for helping make the video so far.
By the way, I haven't had game sound in my mini maps frozen. I have Vitupero has slain Monkey Civil War.
Dude, I get that all the
frozen on my
time, it gets
screen
stuck in
for
the middle,
past
yeah.
15 minutes.
It's so frustrating.
So that's why I've been kind of derping sometimes. I don't really feel like relogging.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Not especially when we're up like this.
Yeah.
So a really good thing here too, just as a Taric pointer, is his ult affects creeps. So if you're pushing a tower and you've got a lot of minions, you can just pop his ult. I mean, it doesn't do much damage itself, but the addition that it adds to your team and the minions is pretty significant. That's the great thing about stuns too. They're great for getting away and for initiating. Looks like we're just gonna go in on this, I think.
Yep.
Trying to get in the back here. Some stuns off, get some heals off. Throw up an exhaust or two where you can. And keeping all of their people CC'd while our team just goes to town on the rest of them. Yeah, I should be able to get one more stun off here.
Slow herd.
Nice. And with only your stun alive, we should have no problem pushing.
I'm gonna go get bottom.
Alright, good team engaged though, overall, I gotta say. Bit messy because we were on the run, but just wish Thomas had lived.
Yeah, it's regrettable.
So if I stun Tristana, she'll get the Vine Whip. And we'll do lots of damage to her. I'm taking that tower forever, jeez. They're rezzing now too, so this is when we want to get back. Syra, come on. It's pretty important you pay attention to the tab menu, guys. I know some people are like, oh, don't look at it, it's very distracting, and that's fine. And if you find it too distracting, don't do it. But knowing when they're
This is
rezzing,
it.
being able to ping, I mean, your job when you're not creep killing is so much easier. You don't have to focus on last hitting, you can watch the mini map. And this is a great way to practice, I feel, for playing the other roles too.
Ruby.
Because having map knowledge is just absolutely key. And oops, I forgot my word. Here's a big thing too. Just again, I know it's harping on wards, but if you've got 4 wards, that doesn't mean you have to have all 4 of them on the map right now. Put 1 or 2 down
Oh,
at key
frick, his oracles.
locations.
Fuck.
Hmm?
Just put 2 wards down and show as oracles.
That sucks. Yeah,
Makes me sad.
put key locations down, guys, because you don't want to have 3 minutes of map control at the cost of all your wards, just because you felt like you
Alright,
need to put
I
them
have
out.
4k, I need to go back. So don't gauge.
Sapphire for divinity.
We shouldn't chase. We shouldn't chase. That's not too bad for a 4v5 though. Getting a quick kill off there, nobody really dying. Now support 2. It's not just your job to get wards. Other people need to get wards too. But it's your primary job to have wards out and running.
Disengage makes me sad. Because I'm not here to clean up.
Trying to get away from Cho. He's so much CC.
Yeah, I'm coming, dude.
Opal for harmony.
Finish him.
Bitch.
He's slow.
Come on, come on, come on. No.
Oh,
I have exhaust, yeah, when I freaking get in range.
well, you got Triss, so whatever. We can just push with this.
Yeah.
Or actually, Baron's not a bad choice either. Let's go
Yeah.
for that. It's really important to have wards down when you guys are doing Baron too. The last thing you want to do is get caught off guard.
Emerald for
Need
insight.
Lee. Lee. We have no idea if it's ward against one of oracles. This is the point in the game too where I should have oracles. I don't, but I should. Because this is, yeah, most definitely warded. They see it's. We've got Cho coming here too.
Dude, Petra's gonna die.
He better. I just exhausted him. I blew everything on him.
Yeah, me too.
Bleak and slow him. I got another stun coming up. Nice. Oh, oh, careful.
We can continue, I have enough mana and my ult's up. It should be 3 of them. Oh yeah, Zin's flanking, go for Zin.
Careful. Stunning. Nice. And that Ezreal.
No!
Nice, nice. I got a stun.
Quadra kill!
No!
No! No! Just on it!
You got ulted, son. No, let's just do Baron. Let's just do Baron. Pull back. Don't be greedy. What are you doing? This
I'm
mope.
going through the turb!
Oh, there's the surrender, so GG. And I hope you guys enjoyed the game.